Hello and welcome. My name is Jasmin, and on this channel, we speak about finding your purpose, living it fully, and unfolding our highest potential. And so today, I want to speak to you about something that is so near and dear to my heart because I have learned that utilizing this one tool really is the key to resolving all of our problems. If we really understand and learn how to use this one skill, this one tool, we are given the keys to everything we desire in life, to solving every problem, to overcoming every challenge, to transforming into every version of ourselves that we want to be. It's one little thing, but it takes mastery to learn to use it really precisely in life on everything. And this one thing that truly changes everything in life, if we learn how to use it, is to understand that the world truly is your mirror. And I know this is not something that is new to most people in the personal development and spiritual scene. You have heard that sentence probably a billion times. I have heard it many times before I truly understood it. But it is something to hear that sentence and understand it from a logical point of view. And it is something else to understand it in the depths of our being and live by it. So what does it mean to truly understand that the world is our mirror? It means that we understand that whatever it is that we experience in our outer world is something that we created because we carry that within us. To explain that, if you have a conflict with someone else, you can either see it as the other person said something rude and that's why we got into a discussion and then the conflict got created and blame the outer world. Or you can see the world as your mirror and you can look at yourself and see where you are in a similar conflict within yourself, with yourself, with a part of yourself as you are with that person outside. And I promise you, when you truly apply that, you will notice that every time you have a fight with someone else, what's truly going on is you have a fight with a part of yourself. But stepping away from that topic now and going a bit deeper into what it means to understand that the world is our mirror. It means that everything we experience is a creation from our energy, from our alignment. And because of that, the way we lead ourselves, the way we create, the way we hold our energy, the way we think about the world, the way we feel about the world, in turn can change our outer experience, our outer world. So it does not depend on the outer world to change for you to have what you want. You have what you want in the inside first. You create within you first what you desire to experience. You hold that frequency, you connect to that emotion, and you expand that energy into your field, and the outer world will meet you where you're at. Because that is how it truly works. To give you an example, there's this beautiful story, and I used to be a horse trainer and a horse riding teacher for a whole decade. And so there was this one lady that came to me, and the reason why she came to me was because she was lost. She didn't know what to do anymore. She had had so many trainers that she worked with that couldn't help her with her horse. That was the struggle with her horse, and she had tried so many things that she didn't know what to do anymore. And I had quite a reputation for working with lost causes. So she came to me, and the problem that she had with her horse was that her horse would always be too fast. She just couldn't slow her down. And sometimes there'd be a small thing and the horse would lose it and just take off, and she wouldn't be able to stop her anymore. And she had fallen quite a few times, and she didn't know what to do anymore. She didn't even dare ride her horse anymore by herself because she got so scared. And the horse just wasn't stoppable. And so she had all those trainers that she worked with who told her, it's the saddle, no, it's the bit, no, it's the riding style, no, you gotta change this, you gotta change that. And she tried everything and nothing worked. And so we started working together. And I knew her quite a little bit already. And it was so fascinating for me because knowing her personality, I was aware that she is a rather fearful person in general. So she has a lot of fear, and she's very careful and a rather fearful person in her nature. And her horse is a very beautiful horse, but also high in temper. It's quite the temperamental horse, fiery horse, and very, very sensitive. And so this rider and her horse were actually playing a game of projection. And this was so interesting to watch because as we went into our training, I could see that the rider's fear was creating the speed within the horse, because a horse naturally is an animal that flees whenever it senses danger. So the fear that the horse felt from her rider made her feel like the horse was a female, like a mare, so made her feel like there was danger. So she automatically increased her speed to get away from the danger because, well, that's naturally what horses do. And the more her rider tried to stop her, the more the tension built, the rider got more scared, and the horse felt more of the fear of the rider and became faster and faster and faster. And that's how that cycle started every time. So they started all relaxed, but then the rider picked up the reins, the rider started feeling tense, started feeling fear, and the horse started speeding up. And then the rider tried to slow her down, felt more fear within her body, and the horse felt the fear of the rider and started going faster and faster and faster. And that's how it all kept on cycling and escalating. So what we actually did is we resolved the fear within the rider, and we did exercises that actually helped the rider feel safe and feel solid within herself and not be tense on her horse, not expect her horse to do bad things or run away, and actually be very clear that what she does and how she feels is how her horse will feel and is what her horse will do. So we really trained on the basics. We went back to the most foundational work. I literally only let her ride in the slowest possible speed for 3 months straight, doing only the most basic exercises until she felt so safe again on her horse and so sure of herself and so sure within her skills as a rider that she didn't even question if she would be able to handle any situation with her horse. She became confident, she became sure of herself, the fear went away, and she became solid within her belief and within her knowing that she can ride her horse well, because we trained in those basic exercises to the point where she was doing them like a master. And that gave her confidence. And Cece, miraculously, her horse started slowing down so much over these months. And less pressure was needed, less and less tension was needed, less and less pulling on the reins was needed to slow her horse down. Actually, after those 3 months, The reins were barely needed at all. The only thing that she needed to slow her horse down was actually to slow down her own breath and bring her energy in and just slow her own rhythm down. And the horse followed because the horse mirrored her 1-to-1, exactly what she did, what she felt, and how her energy moved. The horse mirrored that exactly. And this is such a beautiful example because horses are known for that. That's why we also have something called leadership training with horses, because horses mirror us exactly. But it's not just horses that do that. Our whole world mirrors us in that way, that horse mirrored her rider. It shows us exactly where we're at. It shows us exactly where our energy is met. And it also shows us exactly where our unconscious is at. Because this rider, before we did all that work, she wasn't aware that she carried so much fear within herself that actually brought out that anxiety within her horse that made her run. She wasn't aware of that. It was only when we did all the work together that she uncovered that and that she became aware of that and was able to shift it. So our environment actually is a mirror for us, for what is going on within us, not just in our conscious mind, in our awareness and in our energy in a way that we are able to comprehend, but also in our subconscious, in our unconscious. And so when we are experiencing challenges, when we are experiencing getting stuck or not being able to overcome something or being confronted with something really hard in life, instead of trying to change the world outside of us or trying or seeing ourselves as victims to our circumstance and telling ourselves, it's always me, and we can actually use that situation to ask ourselves, like, what does that tell me about me? If I was the one who created this, what does this tell me about the state of my unconscious mind, about the state of what's going on within me, the state of my energy, the state of my emotional maturity, the state of my nervous system? What does it tell me? And when we approach life like that, when we approach challenges and obstacles like that, everything that we experience in life becomes a stepping stone, because challenges do not appear to hold us back. They are actually here to give us exactly the lesson we need to be catapulted into our next level. And if we have the approach of, this challenge is here to show me what I still need to overcome, work through, heal, shift within me to step up and get into my next level. If we have that approach, and if we are ready to dive in and look at it with depth and readiness to see the darkness within, well then, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, becomes actually catapult, and it just launches you into your next level like nothing else. Because it isn't overcoming those challenges, it isn't overcoming those inner blockages, that we really are able to embrace the whole of our being, the whole of our potential. Every time you are faced with a challenge in life and you overcome it, you unlock a part of yourself that wasn't unlocked before, that wasn't available to you before. You grow, you expand, you become more of you. And that is the most powerful thing, because the truth is that if we do that, if we have that approach, there's literally nothing in life that can stop us. Because everything that happens becomes a stepping stone to propel us forward, becomes the next level, the rocket. It becomes the help. It becomes the fuel. It becomes the catapult. And if you have that approach to life, you can't get stuck anymore. You can't be held back anymore, because everything that appears in your life that challenges you, or that puts you in a place where you feel stuck for a moment, or that puts you in a place where where you are feeling like there is something you have to overcome, it becomes your fuel, it becomes your catapult, it propels you forward. You are diving right into it. You look at it, you learn, you grow, you're ready to do the work, and you are propelled into your next level. With that attitude and with that viewpoint of life, you can't get stuck anymore. You can't be pushed down anymore. You can't be stopped. You can't be stopped. And that is the idea. That is where we want to go. That is how we want to live. Not just saying the world is my mirror, but living by it. And every time we encounter something that is like, I feel stuck. This is a challenge for me. We go into the depths and we ask ourselves, why is this showing up? What am I supposed to learn from this? What is this supposed to teach me? Where do I still need to look at myself within? Is there something to overcome? Is there something to understand? Is there something to heal? Is there something to shift? And if we are not ready to give up until we figured out what the lesson of every challenge is, and we have learned it, and we've overcome the challenge, we become freaking unstoppable. This is what it is about. The moment you understand that every single challenge that life delivers you was meant to make you more and more and more aware of how unstoppable you really are, well, the sky isn't even the limit. So this is truly the most powerful tool I have ever embraced for myself in life. Because if we live within that energy, if we embody that teaching and we live by it, we cannot be stopped. We just can't. We might slow down for a moment to figure out what the lesson of a specific challenge is, but we will never be stopped. Your dreams, they are around the corner if you embody this teaching. Because you know you are always moving towards them. You are unstoppable. They are just a stone throw away. And there's no way that you can be stopped, because you know that whatever you encounter in life, you will just use it as rocket fuel, as a catapult to get you even closer to where you want to go. This is the way to live. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you got out of this. Let me know your thoughts and ideas and experiences. I would love to hear what you are thinking, what you've experienced with this. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. I always love to read your comments. And I will see you for the next video soon. Have a beautiful day.